Hey guys! Welcome back to Let's Play Xenosaga Episode 3. Last time, we kinda used organs from Fabronia to save Virgil, and Virgil's not really been nice to us in the past, both before and after he became a Testament. Though if you want to get a little bit of an idea of what Fabronia was thinking as she was doing this, she's basically of the camp where all life is valuable regardless of whose side you're on. So she's a medic at heart. Anyway, if you talk to Shion one more time, went down toward the limestone caves to the east. If you're going to the caves, head through the Dabbur mine. Well, let's do that. And he just tells you to get the hell out because he's a dick. Nothing else we can really do around here, so we can leave here. There's a door to the right of the church, but we can't really do anything over there, so... Anyway, we came from the south, just so you know, we can actually head back down this way into the forest that we came from, but we don't need to do that right now. We will later on, but first, let's head this way over the little bridge, and yeah, I believe this is the area we came from before in episode 1 in the subconscious domain. Cave to the east. Now, here's something they haven't done since Xenogears. They give you a little world map of the area, just like in Xenogears and Xenosaga, but now you can walk through the area that you've already explored if you don't want to have to walk, enter the scene and go through it and all that jazz. Do note that there's a little half path here. We'll learn more about that later. And there's a massive sprawling city here on Miltia. We can't go there. Yet. Yeah, it's not hard to figure out that we're eventually going to go there. Let's enter here. This is the Dabbur mine. Not a big fan of this area, but there's some stuff we can do here. There goes some birds. First things, okay, I guess cutscenes first. We will deal with other stuff later. I was going to get items first, but...
Is someone there?
Right in front of your face.
Newcomers, eh? Don't you people get tired of harassing me?
Get off my lawn?
Sir, are you in charge of this place?
You aren't with Utic?
No.
Don't be insulting!
Sounds like something's going on here.
Always.
If you're not with Utic, then it's none of your business. Leave now.
Thank you, you crotchety old
sorry,
man.
But we have our own business. We must go past here.
Past here? Have you come to investigate that ship?
Our friends are on board.
That's not going to be easy. My
Oh.
granddaughter Mai is investigating it now. But I imagine Utic soldiers are already crawling around inside.
Utic soldiers?
Seems to be everywhere.
Yes, I'll never forgive Utic. They took everything. All the valuable resources from the mine. The livelihood of the people who depended on it. And even the life of my son, Tethla.
Or Tella. I'm not sure if that's a direct reference to Final Fantasy IV, but you could see it as being such. And I guess we're not getting in.
A cave-in?
No, this explosion was caused by weapons.
That's Loophole. I told that girl time and again to avoid combat.
Loophole?
Loophole is the autotech Tethla used. Mai believes her father's soul lives on in that machine. Together with Loophole, she protects this land.
Now, if you remember back to Xenogears, there is kind of a parallel here, and I'll go into it in some more detail later on, but just think about that. The soul of a father in a machine might know something about that.
One autotech is hardly enough to take on Utic. What do you want to do?
Shion!
Sir, I'm afraid we have to go into those caves. Is that all right?
Should be fine. If you run into Mai, tell her to stop fighting and come back.
Will do. By the way, we never asked your name.
My name? It's Eisenmagus.
And yes, that's how I will always pronounce that word. Anyway, enough of my rambling. There should be... There it is. There's a little bit of money. And is it in here? Yeah, you gotta go all the way up here, blow up this, and skill upgrade A. Nice. I believe that's all the stuff you can get here. I believe this is pointless information. Okay. Restore the mine. Okay, we figured that much. So, there's this big crane thingy. Go over here, we can press the button. Now, the idea here is we want to move the crane. That might be enough, hopefully. There we go. There's a lot of margin for error with this, and it does like to slow down. But this particular scene does a lot of that light switching thing, so I turned the software setup on, so hopefully we won't see any of that. Here we get a medkit M. I don't think you can do it now, but later on we're actually not directed to come back here, but directed to come back here for a side quest, and we'll be able to get some more items with that crane. I think there's like 4 or 5 more items. Let's check out the shops. Nothing good there. Oh. Nothing good here. Perfect. Do I need to sell anything? Am I too high on anything that I need to get rid of? Salt pillars, we can get rid of those. Some scrap iron we can get rid of. Junk circuit we can get rid of. I'm going to keep the eggs. I don't think you can do anything with them, but I'm going to keep them around anyway. And yeah, that's probably pretty good. We'll keep the anti-crystal for now in case I need to use it. And run over the save point, get a little healing going if I needed it. And we can head on up here. Even though there's a cave in, we shouldn't be able to get through, yet somehow we can blow these up. All of them, all in one shot. And then they fade away. This game is weird. There are some points where it's like, you can do anything, and then other times where you can't do anything. And we get this awesome music again. Yeah, you can't really see. You gotta go down here. Anyway, these enemies are the ones... I think there are some soldiers in here too, but there's also a lot of Gnosis, which is why I wanted to get my... let's take a look at the status real quick. I wanted to get my G-resist up to at least half. I don't think I can afford to do all that much more for now, but I got 10,000. I might be able to do a little more. Sorry about that. Alright, so we have... Oh, right, these aren't Gnosis enemies. These are biological enemies, actually. They look like Gnosis, but they're not. So, never mind. I always end up forgetting that. So yeah, these guys are weak to ice. If we had ice, we would make use of them, but technically they are biological. At least I think they are. Choke is good to have for a boss fight coming up later, so make sure you have that. Devil Break is a medium break attack used on everyone. Choke can only be used on humans, not just biological, only humans. So yeah, it's a little different. We'll use a medium attack on you. And there's double. That's what's called short double. I learned that for Ziggy, I believe, at some point. And basically, either that or he has it by default. It's the ability to, when you do a short range attack, it's a small % chance to add another one on top of that. Kind of like the system with the mech fights, where you can have people join in, but you do it by yourself. You don't need anyone to join in. So it's useful. It basically doubles the amount of damage that you use. That hits single. This hits all. If I wanted to do that, I could. But I'm going to use... You don't have it. Oh, no, you do have it. You have ice bolts. They are weak to ice, so let's use ice. There we go. Pretty easy to take these guys down, especially when you get a back attack, but as you can see up in the top left, or well, you could for a moment there, they are biological enemies, which seems rather weird. Yeah, they're also rather slow. but I wouldn't worry too much. Oh, they guarded. And there's a double again. Yeah, double doesn't work 100% of the time. It's a rather low percentage, actually. It gets higher as you gain more levels and get higher stats and stuff like that. And very nice. You can rarely get from them the drop of an evade upgrade. Now, let's just show that off real quick. In this game, we have basically stat increases that we can get from items. And so that's quite valuable, actually. Later on, we'll be able to buy these, and they're actually not too overpriced to the point where you can actually get some of them and they're useful to build up your characters. But for now, I'm just going to kind of leave them to the side because they don't really... this isn't going to help me all that much. If I find a strength one or an ether attack one, I might use that. But the evade one, don't really care. Here we go. And we get money. Money is always good. So yeah, I've got 13,000 now. I could probably afford to get more G-resist, but I don't really need to because I keep forgetting that the enemies here, even though they look like Gnosis, aren't actually Gnosis. Okay, I don't think there's anything else particularly interesting around here. Now, eventually, depending on where we are here, we should be able to target this guy and miss a bunch of times, and eventually, there we go. Now, I think I can blow that up from further down now. There we go. Eventually, we get an ES generator. Obviously, we'll be back in our ESs at some point, but for now, no. But at least we got a little item there. I don't know if we actually need that one or not, but we got bats everywhere. Those rare stat upgrade drops really aren't worthwhile farming, at least not to my knowledge. I haven't found a way of getting them consistently enough to really be worth it. You're better off farming some other items that sell for high and then upgrading later on. Yeah, if Momo uses Kaiser on soldiers, she can one-shot all of them. Blow up that, and that drops one of those. Now, anytime you find one of those, I don't think there was another one here, but anytime you find one of those, you'll want to blow it up, and eventually we'll get some items, or a item, or something out of it. Oh, there's a new guy here. This guy, he is immune to lightning, so lightning not as beneficial against this guy as you might hope. So first things first, we're going to... Oh, is that... No, that's physical. Some of his are lightning-based, but we finished him off with one shot there. He can use a lightning attack. I believe it hits all enemies, or all allies, so kind of be aware of him. That's why I took him out first. I could also use whatever it is, Kaiser now that he's gone, or I could use it when he was there. It's just not going to hurt him. Decent amount of damage, I guess. Anyway, eventually we'll build up and we'll be able to do another special attack to finish off some guys. There's the double attack again. And some slowdown, because why not? Yeah, even though there's faster ways of taking down enemies, I like using lots of attacks because I find, to me, that is a lot more effective at building up your boost all the time, so you can use more special attacks and you can get more experience more often. Let's use Spark Waltz, finish you off.
It's just...
And some more junk that we don't need. Now, I don't think there was anything over here, was there? No, okay. I do get kind of lost in this area. It's not really that it's all that confusing. I just, for some reason, tend to get lost here a lot of the time. There we go. I don't think we got anything out of that one. Over here, I think there is a special door over here, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, though. This is Batman's cave. Look at all the bats. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what this is. Okay, we took care of him. We get the nice bright light, but that's not why we're here. That's why we're here. Segment address number 1. We should already have this one. And here we get the Witch's Eye. This one is going on Momo, if I remember correctly. So let's see here. Right now we have Green Oasis on her because she needed some more HP. I didn't really go over this in the last episode, but break limit. You have that just so that I can use her to Kaiser a little more. Display data and small G because, yeah, that's pretty much all we need. You may want to put lightning and beam protection since that one enemy can use lightning attacks. In fact, I'll probably put that on Momo. Anyway, Green Oasis is good. Blue Oasis is pretty good. Red Oasis is pretty good. Why not do all 3? Yeah, this is a very, very good item for a long time. We will eventually get better than this, but until then, this will be on Momo most of the time, just because she's going to use her to Kaiser, so more EP is good. She needs more break limit, and she definitely needs more HP. So it's 3 items all in one. Very worthwhile picking up. I would highly recommend you do that. Okay. And we can backtrack ourselves out. I don't think there's anything else floating around in here. Do note that the enemies in this area, when you go back a screen, should respawn. At least to my knowledge they do. They don't do that in a lot of other areas in this game. But there are a few here and there that the enemies will respawn. We already blew up that. Go. That one's got some money in it. That one has some more money in it. I like money. There's a dead soldier. Let's go fight you. Alright, and let's see. What do we get for that one? And ether pack. Well, better than nothing, I guess. Let's talk to you. Orange dress. Blue auto tech. Left arm won't be much use if you hit it a bit more. I wonder if that will be particularly important information later. Maybe. Thought there was a little door through one of these, but I could be thinking a completely different game. Maybe I'm thinking Final Fantasy X. I am not entirely sure on that one. Ah, save point. Free healing. I like that. One sec. I can't remember how much further I can go here. Okay. So, let's head over here. And the Wild Roller Coaster. And then they'll give you some directions here to accelerate and to brake, which tells you that this should be a minigame, which would make sense. But if you go to use it, and you hold the analog stick forward, you just go a little bit, and that's it. And if you start going real fast, you can brake. But you don't ever need to. If you just hold forward the entire time, you get all the way to the end, nothing bad happens. It's just movement. Hello, who are you? But yeah, all you have to do is continuously holding forward, even right at the end now where it's like, oh shit, I think I'm coming at it way too fast. Brake! You don't have to. It doesn't change anything. It's kind of weird that way. I'm not really sure why they gave us directions. Because you could probably figure out go forward, but, or they should have just done it automatically since you don't really have any say on anything. I don't think you can turn around and go back.
What was that?
There is a way of getting back to that save
I'd imagine
point
that
if
was
you
a
forgot
loophole.
to save, though. Yeah, that'd be a good guess.
It looked like it took some damage. We should hurry.
Yeah, if you do recall, the other guy said before that he had injured its arm, which, yeah, that's telling you something. If you want to head back, go up here, and you can ride another one of these to go all the way back. Before heading in there, I would make use of that save point and set up your characters a little bit. Just saying. Anyway, that's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.